One day, I suddenly moved in with my childhood friend. There was one condition: I had to hug her every morning.
Alright, give me a hug before heading to school.
Okay. At first, I was confused by the rule.
Actually, I'm not able to see my dad right now. My mom kicked me out after they had my little brother.
I had no idea she was so lonely, even though she was living such a worry-free life. What's this? One day, I came home and found a hastily written note on my desk.
I am in debt up to my neck. I don't think you should know where we are. Take care.
Dad? You're kidding! I screamed out loud. So they were in really huge debt, and soon after I got kicked out of the house I was born and raised in. Dad, what am I gonna do? I can't even go to school without money. While I sat hanging my head on a park bench, I heard the sound of heels falling in a steady rhythm until they stopped in front of me. Expensive shoes and beautiful legs. I looked up and my eyes went wide. Shizuku?
Long time no see.
There she was, my childhood friend, Sasaki Shizuku. We were close enough in age to go to school together until elementary school, but she was the daughter of someone at a big company. I had heard that she started attending more famous private school from junior high school. Why are you here?
I heard you were in some trouble, so I was looking for you.
Huh? Why?
I'll buy you. I'll pay off your debts for you. In exchange, you will do everything I say from now on.
What? Seriously?
Yes, here's the contract.
So, she offered me the contract. I had no choice but to sign it. This looks heavy. Is she going to order me around? The thought of a life of slavery was a bit depressing. In reality, however, it was quite peaceful, unlike what I had imagined. We're going to live in this place? Together?
Right. Oh, and you've been transferred to the same private high school as me.
Okay. I mean, what is this place? You didn't set this up for me, did you?
This is my apartment. I'm living alone, so it'll be just you and me.
Really? Well, that's a problem too, isn't it? Although I was concerned about the idea of living together, she didn't force me to do anything in particular, which put me off guard. However, there was one strange rule.
Alright, give me a hug before going to school.
Okay. I awkwardly hugged her. Hugging her like this every morning before school. This was the only rule I lived by here.
Alright, let's go to school.
Sure. After a few minutes, she'd leave the room, apparently satisfied. I followed, walking awkwardly like an unmaintained robot. What's the point of these hugs anyway? I had another big problem besides the strange rule. It happened every morning in the living room.
Oh, morning, Rue.
Shizuku, I've told you so many times not to change here.
But I need to take a shower in the morning.
Shizuku rubs her eyes and begins to take off her pajamas. I rushed into the kitchen before she was completely in her underwear. What the hell does she think I am? Stimulating days. And it was just as stimulating at school, because...
Hey, who do you think you are? You show up here all of a sudden and act all big.
Whoa! I was walking down the hallway when someone stuck their leg out. I fell hard. The guys all laughed at me. Apparently, Shizuku was real popular at the school, and lots of students didn't like how I suddenly showed up and kept her constant company. I was always getting tripped like that, and sometimes they'd even soak my textbooks. I can't even have a normal student life like this. I sighed, and just as I was about to stand up, a thin, beautiful hand reached out to me.
Are you okay?
Shizuku!
The boys were flustered. Shizuku watched me get up, glared at them, and here's what she said.
You guys have been harassing Rue like this for a while now. Now, combined with what you've just done, I finally have enough evidence. I have collected security camera footage from all over the school and identified all of the people harassing him. If you don't apologize to him immediately, I'll submit it to all your parents the education officials, and the police. If that happens, your reputation will be tarnished, and your admission to a prestige university will be in jeopardy.
No.
No one in the school thought that Shizuku meant it as just a threat. I received more apologies that day from more people than I had ever received in my life. And since that day, no one harassed me again. Thanks to you, my school life has become more comfortable. Thanks.
I'm glad to hear that.
When we were talking about it over tea together in our apartment, I suddenly decided to ask her about something that had been bothering me. Do you have some kind of trouble? Sometimes you look lonely.
Actually, I'm not able to see my dad right now. My mom kicked me out after they had my little brother.
What? Seriously? It's not normal to kick someone out when they have a new kid. There must be a reason. That's what she told me.
That's definitely weird. Okay, I'll ask my dad and others about it casually.
Thanks. I talked to my classmates, Oikawa and Sayonji, with whom I had recently become friends, about Shizuku. Oikawa is one of the most famous and wealthy people in the social circles, and the Sayonji family are celebrities who have owned a famous private hospital for generations. I was sure he'll be able to help me. A few weeks later,
So, I did some research and found that there are a lot of unknowns about Shizuku's birth.
Well, as for me, it seems she was born in her hospital.
wow, thanks! At the time, I had no idea that 2 weeks later, Sayonji would come pale-faced to report something to us.
Hey, big news! According to the paperwork, Shizuku is supposed to be the daughter of the woman who later remarried her father. But it seems that's not the case. I did some research, and it turns out her birth documents and blood type are completely different. Her father's ex-wife also happened to have a baby on the same day, but it looks like she was switched with her.
What? Are you saying that she's her father's ex-wife's child?
That's what those papers say.
But then I guess that explains why they kicked her out after they had her brother. They kicked her out because they had a real biological child. But then what was the point of switching the child in the first place? I don't know why, but I decided to share the facts with Shizuku after I learned of them. Sorry I dug in on my own.
It's okay. I'm sure I wouldn't have figured it out on my own. So thank you. I'm going to go have a word with my dad.
Yeah. That night, Shizuku came home. Her eyes were bright red. So how'd it go?
My mother-in-law, was originally my father's mistress and wanted to make her own children happy. So she switched us. But when his wife and that child died in an accident, she tried to get back with my father and forced him to marry her.
I see. That's why they kicked you out when they had your brother.
Yeah, but we talked it over and I get to go home. All thanks to you. I'm not lonely anymore, so I'll cancel my contract with you. You can keep this apartment and what we have here as is.
This is... When are you leaving?
I'll head back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I was stunned, as if I had been hit on the head with a club. She'll be gone tomorrow. This is... My life with Shizuku flashed back through my mind. At first, I was confused. The hugs, the way she would change her clothes wherever. But I was enjoying the days with her, eating together, going to school, and everything else. You won't miss this?
What?
I'm going to miss this. Even if I have a nice apartment, it's meaningless without you. Will you continue to live with me? Someday, I'll definitely get a great job and make you happy.
Rue.
Hey, I'm begging. Don't leave me. I need you.
You know, at first, I was just using you to satisfy my loneliness. But before I knew it, I was happy to be hugging you and enjoyed every day and wanted it to be like that every day. I think I like you, Rue.
So...
I want to be with you. I'd like to live here with you, if that's what you want, too.
It is. I can't imagine days without you. I hugged her, and she gently put her hand on my back and hugged me. tears streaming down her face. I'm very poor and my childhood friend bought me, and I'm living a happy and a little bit of an adult life.
Thank you for watching till the end. We are looking forward to your comments. I will be encouraged if you put any kind of comment and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Bye.